Good morning, everyone. Dr. Vicky here, out in the yard. I was walking around for a little while. Today is Tuesday, the 23rd of January, and the moon's in Cancer. I just got caught up in some branches that fell. There's not much to see, really. I was looking around saying, what can I focus on? That looks pretty. But I mean, of course, everything has its own beauty, but there isn't really much to see out here today, except for a little frosty snow on stuff. We are supposed to get a little bit more weather today, although I don't know if it'll stick. It might be warm. It might end up being sleet or something like that. But the deep freeze is pretty much over at this point, which is good news for me. Honestly, that was a tough one. Of course, not as tough as you folks in Siberia, or otherwise known as Chicago, who had it worse. Anyway, today the moon in Cancer does make oppositions to both Mercury in Capricorn and Mars in Capricorn. Oppositions bring awareness. The moon in Cancer, it's a very personal moon, so it has a lot to do with how we're feeling about things. And Mars can be, how people are moving forward. And Mercury can be the messages that we're getting. The big story today, however, is something I mentioned yesterday. Venus, the planet of love, has moved out of Sag. She did it early this morning and moved into Capricorn. It's interesting because all of the she didn't move into Capricorn until Pluto exited Capricorn. So she's like, I've had enough with that guy. So I'll have him leave, and then I'll come to the party. How many of us have had that situation? You wait till somebody goes, and then you open up and start having fun. That's kind of the deal. But fun for Venus and Capricorn is getting the job done, being efficient, building the foundation, and building on what is most important to you, because that's really what Venus is about. Venus is what you value and who you value. And part of that scenario of what you value and who you value must be yourself. Of course, Venus in 2023 had all that time retrograde in Leo to sort of come to terms with that. So she's pretty confident in who she is, I think, at this point. And the Capricorn energy brings that home even a little bit more. It is time for the feminine to take her rightful place of power. And Venus in Capricorn will, I think, help her do that. So we are living in interesting times. It feels to me, and this could just be a feeling, that those who wielded power previously are starting to get a sense that their time is up. Of course, they're not going to like it. They're going to fight it, as we would expect. And they're going to fight dirty, because that's really the only way they know how to fight. But truth has a way of coming out. And love has a way of healing. Truth and love. There you go. All right, guys. Again, not much to see. But enjoy it as you can. Oh, actually, I think you can see my stained glass window up there. You can't see the whole thing. It's not the best. Let me see if I can focus in. Can I do that with this? Oh, look at me. Well, you can see the yin and yang. But you can't see the rainbow above it. That was a window that I created for my wedding to Michael, my marriage to Michael. We had it behind us in the garden when we got married. The thing I loved about church the most was the art and the feeling of, the tall, high ceilings and the stained glass, the light coming through the stained glass windows. And so back in 2001 when we got married. We tried to recreate that with my stained glass window, and of course the highest, most beautiful and most glorious high ceiling is the sky. So we reached for the sky, we did, and we've tumbled a few times, but that's the way it goes, right? All right, guys, have yourself a great day. Like and subscribe. I'll see you again tomorrow morning. Hopefully there'll be something interesting to look at. There's always interesting things to talk about. And again, if you're interested in beginner's astrology, go to my website, The Seeds of Transformation. Go to the events page and you can become part of the fun. Until tomorrow, namaste. Have a wonderful, wonderful day.